Okay, so here it is, grand final week. Here we go again. For me, I've been here before as a player and as a coach, not with first grade, but as a coach with lower grades. It's a special time for the club, and it's a very special time for the players, and that's what it's all about this week. My focus as the first grade manager is to make sure that the players have the best preparation off the field possible in the lead up to it through this week, and then into the game, and then it's really down to them, because it is all about them and what they're doing out there. It's been an absolute pleasure to manage first grade this year in the club's 50th year, and I'm so proud of the guys, and I just hope that they can be there for that 80 minutes on Saturday, play to the best of their ability, and I have no doubt that they can come away with a premiership.
An amazing event. I had the opportunity to play in a grand final, fortunately lose 3 years ago, and was fortunate enough to captain first grade at that time, and we didn't quite make it after a very close game. This is only my second grand final in senior rugby I've ever played, so very special moment. 50th year, this is my last game of rugby as well for a little bit of time, so what better way to, I guess, hang up the boots than in a grand final at Wynn Stadium under lights with Shamrocks 50th year, with hundreds, if not 1,000 Shamrock supporters roaring you on. So really excited about this weekend, and after experiencing it the first time, you don't know if you'll ever get to repeat that experience. This time I've got the opportunity to repeat it again, and having that, going through it once, makes it that much special twice, so really excited.
Yeah, well, here we are, two grand finals, the end of the week, two teams going to win. This is the culmination of well over a year's work by the coaching staff, and I've got to commend Paul Ridgway for his preparation and his attention to detail, but also the guys themselves too, for their attention to detail and their hard work, their commitment. These guys have an opportunity to have their little bit of history, and it is their moment in time, as it were, you know, like this. And these guys, there's guys out there that probably won't ever play together again. It's that moment, you know, guys that will retire, guys that will move on to other things, and so it is their opportunity to write their little piece of Shamrock history in our 50th year. And good luck to the boys, you know, they've worked hard, and just when you look at the teams that have played grand finals over the year, we normally pop up in a grand final about every 3 or 4 years in this club since the mid-90s, and these guys are no different. It's about 3 or 4 years since our last opportunity. As far as the teams go, I think we've got a really good show this week in first and second grade, and I just think good luck to the boys, thanks to the coaching staff, and thanks to also our fantastic support crew as well. So good luck, fellas.
Go Shamrocks.
Go Shamrocks.
Okay, so here we are on the eve of the grand final.
Any year that a club gets two teams in the grand final is a very special year. But to achieve that in the 50th year is something that we never dreamed of.
So we go back quite a few months, all the way back to November last year, and we set some goals as a club and as a group of people coming together. And one of those goals was winning major premierships in first, second and third grade. So what an achievement to get to this point and have two teams in the grand final ready to go tomorrow.
And it's been an amazing year to come through our 50th celebrations and to have first grade and second grade in the grand final. In 1979 we won our first grade grand final, and now 40 years later to the day we're playing another first grade grand final.
We've had a good training session for the last couple of days. Tuesday and Thursday have been really good.
Over the year, like, it's just been, I guess, when you commit to something over a 12-month period like that, sometimes I guess through the year it can get a little bit wearing, but for me this year I just haven't had that. I've been able to get to training on a Tuesday and a Thursday and prep on Saturday and then do the video stuff on Sunday, and every session I've been really excited about doing and coming down and working with them. And that's a credit to the people you're working with, so the coaching staff, management staff, so certainly working with Pebs and having Richie Aylett in our corner as well, and Skipper as the manager, and then being backed up by Scotty and Cav and Kieran and all of those guys, Hugh Thomas and Doug, makes things a whole lot easier to do.
It's been a pleasure working with Paul and the team of coaches this year. First year in as a grade coach. Done a lot of juniors in the years. Played a lot of rugby in the years. Been in grand finals, won grand finals. As a coach, I think my nerves are probably just as bad or worse than the not the kids, I suppose, they're adults, but I know they'll do the job. It's a matter of me doing my job too. We've got up to this point. Now I just need to be able to control the nerves and help them or guide them to success, because I have got a team of champions and they have been brilliant to work with all year, and I'm very proud of them. I wish them all the best, and we'll see what the result is on Saturday afternoon.
The key to it is the players and their buy-in, and we've done lots of work around being really good at what we do, and that's core skill and learning stuff, learning new stuff, and being able to do it really well, and then do it in a structure or a pattern that we've come up together with as coaches and managers, and to watch them grow all the way through and pick up those skills and then execute, in particular, a completely new strategy or structure for the first 15. That's been really quite heartwarming to watch and a little bit humbling, because there's been such buy-in. So that's been awesome reward for me as a coach, and to be rewarded as the district award for Coach of the Year. That's kind of a personal accolade, I guess, but sitting behind it is a whole heap of work and support from so many other really important people. And the players, I just love them to death. We talk about at the moment what we're talking about, being the 50th year is not so much about focusing on the 50th year and all the people that have gone before them. Some of them's their uncles and their fathers and the like, but really concentrating on themselves and what legacy they want to leave for this club in its 50th year. And they've got an opportunity tomorrow, after 12 months of work, which I've just talked about, to leave a really deep legacy and be premiership winners in the 50th year, both in first and second grade. Now that would be a mighty achievement, I think. That would be a mighty achievement. So again, I mentioned that the Coach of the Year thing, but for me, that won't be validated until we get to this time tomorrow evening and we've got premiership in the bag. That will really mean something, and that'll be the final push from our players. So I'm really proud of what the club's achieved. I haven't actually mentioned the committee yet either, which is a bit remiss of me, but to be able to come down and just have the facilities that we've got and never have to worry about what's going on, field marking and canteen and barbecue and all of those sorts of things. In some clubs, coaches and managers are still doing those things as well. We don't have that here. We've got 50 years of history, and some of those guys that are on that committee played in some of those early games when they, those really proud wooden spoons that they've got, that mean a lot to the club, and that's the foundation, right? And that's what our guys have had to carry too this year. Yeah, so
it would be a fitting reward for the Shamrocks to come away with 2 victories. I'd like to compliment the coaches and the managers who have done an exceptional job this year, and also the players. I think the standard and quality of the players that are representing our club this year on and off the field have been exceptional. I'm very proud of them. Best of luck tomorrow, boys. Go Shamrocks.
Yeah, if we go back to the 50th anniversary, in the middle of the year on that June long weekend, that was like playing grand final footy, because the pressure and around the club was really quite intense, which was great to coach in. It was a bit of a dress rehearsal, I guess. But that was actually winning that game, a really important game against our big foes for this club. And leading up to that, we had a whole bunch of past players that had come and given great stories about what the club meant to them and why they're so proud to be a Shamrock. And now it's our guys' time to really put their foot forward and be the next group of people who get to come down and talk to young guys about, way back in 2019 when I played footy, this is what we did and this is what we left, and that's what we're hoping for. Yeah.